Hot news: Trump plans State of the Union address next week, despite Pelosi request to delay Los A. President Trump is planning to deliver his annual State of the Union address next Tuesday as scheduled, aides say, despite House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's request that he delay because of security concerns until a partial government shutdown is resolved. Trump still wants to address a joint session of Congress, as presidents have done since the 1930s, yet Congress must vote to extend an official invitation, a symbolic nod to the Constitution's separation of powers. Nonetheless, the White House sent a letter Tuesday to the House Sergeant-at-Arms to schedule a time for White House, Secret Service, and military aides to do a walkthrough in advance of the event, according to an administration official who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss the president's plans. The White House is also considering a backup option for Trump to deliver the speech at another location, possibly outside of Washington, if Pelosi holds firm. She did not respond to reporters' questions whether she might allow Trump to deliver the State of the Union address next week, nor did her office provide clarification. This continuing battle of wills over the traditional speech to the nation reflects the increasingly acrimonious stalemate between the president and the newly minted speaker over the $5.7 billion he wants for a southern border wall. The impasse has. The Senate is scheduled to vote Thursday on a proposed compromise that Trump outlined Saturday, under which Democrats would agree to fund the wall installment in exchange for his support of a 3-year extension of protections for roughly 1 million immigrants, including refugees and people who came to the country illegally as children. Democrats have rejected that trade-off. A House-passed bill. The Thursday votes would mark the first Senate action to end the shutdown since it began December 22. The Republican although neither measure is expected to pass, some view the agreement between McConnell and Senate Minority Leader Charles E. Schumer DNY to hold the votes after Pelosi's that he either postpone the speech until after the shutdown or submit his remarks in written form. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen countered with declaring that her agency and the Secret Service were fully prepared to secure the Capitol during the speech. The scheduled address posed a particular security concern because it would bring together in one place, the House chamber, not only the President, Vice President, and the House and Senate, but also the Supreme Court, military leaders, and the diplomatic corps at a time, if the shutdown continued, when much of the workforce is unpaid and furloughed. Over the weekend, Trump tweeted that there are so many options he is considering to deliver the address. He compared Pelosi's request that he postpone it to her breaking a contract, because she had tentatively invited him on January 3 when the government was partly closed to address Congress at the end of the month. At the time, Nancy, a senior Pelosi aide, Drew Hamill, responded that her office never received a written acceptance. The House's Republican Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, on Monday, White House Deputy Press Secretary Hovan Gidley said during an interview on Fox News that, while plans were still fluid, Nancy can, however, if he seeks to speak in the House. Times staff writer Jennifer Haberkern contributed to this report.
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.